My name is Bella and I'm 8 years old. I'm really excited to be here today and also a little nervous, but it's okay because I get to talk about someone with a level up, my daddy. At home, he's not just a doctor or a teacher, he's also my piano teacher. I love playing piano with him. We have so much fun. We also talk about Pokemon all the time. I think he might just like Pikachu as much as I do. Pikachu! Daddy taught me how to brush my teeth, ride a bicycle, and even how to snorkel. And every night we snuggle and read Harry Potter together. But today, Daddy is doing something really special. He's becoming the president of STFM. That is a big job. I think my daddy is the best because he helps people, teaches other doctors, and still always has time for me. So please clap for the best daddy in the world, my daddy.
Thank you, BB. Daddy will be home soon. Friends and colleagues, I believe that all that I am and any good I may have brought into this world, I owe to those who have stood before me, my teachers. And lately, I have struggled to find the right words to talk about the harsh realities of the world we live in. A world fractured, where it seems like everyone is hurting, angry, or scared. And I find myself reflecting on the teachers who made me and their lessons that have given me comfort and resolve. So this story is dedicated to them, my teachers. And where better to start than with my very first ones, my mom and dad. I was born in Taiwan to a loving family. My parents never got to go to college, but what they lacked in education, they more than made up in hard work and love. Mom told me, Dada, that's my Taiwanese name. We don't mind what you end up doing with your life as long as it fills you up and gives you meaning. Dad added, but please make sure you make as much money as your peers. And please just don't become a drug dealer. Let's just say I've been a bit of a disappointment. When I was out of diapers, my parents left me with my grandma and left Taiwan to find a country for us to immigrate to in order to escape the specter of war between Taiwan and China. My grandma was a retired school teacher, small, soft-spoken, but full of conviction. And I'll never forget the words she said. God needed help, so he made angels. And angels are actually just teachers in disguise. When you grow up, try to become a teacher. Eventually, my parents returned to Taiwan with good news. We were immigrating to Canada. Any friends of Canada in the house? I was ecstatic. I got to go to school for the first time, learn English, and make all sorts of new friends. My class stayed together for 10 years, from 3rd grade through the 12th. Suddenly, my friends became my most important teachers. And while all of them made a big impression on me, 3 in particular left their mark. Melody, who has Down syndrome. Margaret, who has type 1 diabetes. And Ryan, my best friend, who is gay. Though our time on the playground was always filled with laughter and joy, there were quieter moments when I saw their struggles. Melody's profound loneliness around her physical appearance, Margaret's noticeable absence when her diabetes struck, and Ryan's journey to feel accepted and loved for who he is. Growing up, I didn't have the vocabulary to understand what I saw. All I knew was this: it felt unfair. Back then, every kid in Canada wanted to go to an American university, and I was no different. I was also quite a rebellious young adult, so I worked hard to make sure I could get as far away from my parents as possible. So I moved to North Carolina and got to experience America for the very first time. I expected a great education, and I got one. But what I didn't expect was that the most important lessons I learned were not within the stone walls of Duke, but out in the community of Durham at a place called Genesis Home, a transitional housing facility for homeless families. There, I met Tyrone, a baby with congenital short gut syndrome, and Adam, a young boy with acute myeloblastic leukemia. Both Tyrone and Adam passed away, not because there were no effective treatments for them, but because a broken system denied them of it. The discomfort and confusion that I had felt for my elementary school friends turned into something else: anger, purpose. And I took those feelings with me to medical school. Beginning of medical school was a bit of deja vu. I expected a great education, and I got one. But I was mysteriously drawn again beyond the campus walls to a tiny portable behind a high school in San Jose, where my friends and I helped organize a student-run free clinic for the local immigrant community. I was confused. It seemed like I wanted to be everywhere but the classroom. Did I make the right choice to go to medical school? Will I actually find a job that lets me fight for a fairer world, fix a broken system, and care for anyone who walks through the door? Yeah, it's called family medicine. Those were the words. Those were the words of Dr. Erica Schillinger, pictured on the left. Erica found me, saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself, and put me down the path I walk today. She connected me with Dr. Grace Yu, pictured in the middle, who practiced full spectrum family medicine at a community-based residency program. When I saw the breadth and depth of what Erica and Grace can do as doctors, I was in complete awe. And I knew then, this is what I was meant to do. My grandma was right. Erica and Grace are angels disguised as teachers of family medicine. After graduating from Stanford as the only person in my class to choose family medicine, I went to the residency program where Grace taught. There, my fellow co-residents became my day-to-day teachers. My time in residency were honestly some of the most formative, most rewarding, and yes, most fun years of my life. And for any medical students out there, I challenge you to find another society president who can say the same about their residencies. Try it. If you do, give me a call. After residency, I decided to go back to Stanford and try to build a stronger primary care community at a school without a department of family medicine. Song Chang, our division chief, hired me for my first job. Megan Mahoney, who's now chair at UCSF, gave me my first real leadership role. And over the next decade, we and others transformed the primary care footprint at Stanford from a small, dedicated group of 20 faculty to a powerhouse division, over 200 faculty strong. How do we do this? By learning and drawing inspiration from you, my STFM family. Over the past 15 years, I have learned so much from you, from members to past presidents. Stacy Brongard taught me how to lead from the heart. Stephen Wilson showed me what courage looks like in the face of adversity. Freddie Chang broke the bamboo ceiling by becoming the first Asian American president of STFM, paving the way for someone like me. Trisha Elliott proved that it's possible to be openly nerdy and a high-powered health system leader at the same time. Renee Krishlow demonstrated the perfect embodiment of truth and humor. And Joe Gravel reminded me that the most critical part of a family medicine teacher is our moral center. Lastly, I can't forget about the newest, most significant teachers in my life. My world turned upside down when my daughter Bella was born, and once again when my son Leo arrived. Learning how to be a father has made me a better doctor, a better teacher, and a better human. Perhaps most critically, my children have clarified for me what it's all for. Why fight for a fairer world, fix a broken system, and advocate for healthcare for all if not for our next generation? My children see me as their hero, and everything I do now is for me to one day earn that title. My friends and colleagues, I share this story not because it is unique, but because it is not. There are over 1,000 stories at this conference, 6,000 stories in this organization that carry the same set of core values. If we asked AI to collect all 6,000 stories and do a thematic analysis, that'd make a pretty interesting project, don't you think? I bet we'll find more similarities than differences, more that unites us than separates us. We are teachers of family medicine. We come from all corners of the world. We are guardian angels disguised as teachers. We see unfairness in the world and it cuts us to our core. We are naturally curious, educated, and we are intrinsically drawn to the community. We are the most broadly trained, deeply skilled workforce in all of medicine. We are pioneers and innovators, not martyrs of a broken system. And we understand what's at stake, what it's all for. The other night, my wife and I finished one of our favorite TV shows, Reacher. It's about a former military intelligence officer who travels around the country with nothing but a toothbrush, fighting injustice with justice. From my view, family medicine is like the Jack Reacher of healthcare. At the most fundamental level, we just want to fight for the little guys. Not with our fists, unless we're forced to, but with our brains, our hearts, our ideas, and our teaching. STFM, you are warriors of justice, not babysitters of chaos, and I am proud to stand with you and to be your 53rd president. Let's go get them.